All right, Liz, Bellator fight week number 2. Does it feel a little bit more familiar this time around? Kind of, no, it's not a new experience. You've been here, so.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, fighting on Friday is definitely different than fighting on Saturday. Just it's a routine you get used to. But I feel like having fought here previously just a few months ago, I'm definitely in a better flow for things this time.
Yeah, and something that's changed since the last time we spoke. You have a number next to your name now. You're sitting at number 2 in the rankings. Was that nice to see when those came out, that people are kind of giving you the credit you deserve?
Yeah, it definitely was, and I'm really hoping that by having that spot, having that number, this one really puts me in title contention. I had hoped that last time it would, but I certainly think with the rankings now that should put me right towards title contention.
For sure, yeah, there's no questions there. And Vanessa Porto is somebody that's not ranked, but I'm sure regardless of what happens when you guys fight, she'll have a number next to her name on Monday. Were you familiar with her? I know she's fought a long time. She's Invicta champion and everything, so were you familiar when that name rolled across your desk?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a name that I've known for a few different reasons. One, because she's a veteran. She's been fighting longer than I have, has more fights than I do. And I think a lot of people don't realize that in the mix of things. I'm just a well-known name in comparison. But also, she fought one of my teammates, Pearl Gonzalez. So I helped her prepare and study tons of tape in preparation for Pearl. So I was ready going into this, having already studied this opponent.
Gotcha. And what do you like about this matchup? Is there anything that sticks out? I mean, without giving too much away, of course.
Yeah, this is a matchup that I like just because she's a well-rounded fighter. I can say that some other people are kind of more well-known for their wrestling, like in the case with Deanna, or with their Muay Thai or whatever, but she's strong in all areas, so it's going to give me a chance to really showcase my strengths in those areas as well.
And even though she's not ranked, just from not fighting in Bellator yet, where do you think she would stand? Do you feel like she's a top 10, top 5 level opponent?
Yeah, absolutely. I think she's definitely a top 10 component. I don't think that they would have put us against each other if she wasn't matched up to kind of have an opportunity to show that she's ranked 4 or 5, somewhere in there.
Yeah, and if this is a number 1 contender fight, where if you win, you go on and face the champion. What did you think of Juliana Velasquez versus your friend Ilima-Lei McFarland when that fight went down?
I don't think it was her best performance. I've definitely, again, when any of my training partners have fights coming up, I study tape on whoever they're going to fight so I can help them mimic or just know as much information and maybe to help give them something they may haven't seen. So I'd already studied her. I saw just a lot more out of her that I thought was exceptional. And her last fight, I didn't really think it was championship worthy. I think that she can certainly showcase as a champion now that she has the belt. But that fight to me wasn't her best representation of what she's capable of actually doing.
And having trained with Ilima-Lei and kind of putting yourself in her shoes a little bit when you watch that fight, I mean, is there any question in your mind if you and the champion were to square off that you feel pretty confident in your skills going into if that fight does materialize?
Yeah, absolutely. That's definitely a fight that I feel very comfortable with and very confident in winning, taking that belt home.
For sure. And I guess when you play it out in your head, how do you see the fight going down on Friday?
My hand in the air for the win.
There you go. Well, I wish you the best of luck. Appreciate the time today, Liz, and good luck on Friday.
Thank you.